27-year-old Anastazja Rubińska was born in 1996 in Wrocław, Poland. She graduated from a hairdressing school in Poland and worked as a hostess and model for a brief period of time. In May 2023, Anastazja, with her 28-year-old live-in partner Michal, came to Greece and both started working in the same restaurant of a 5-star hotel in the town of Marmari on the island of Kos, which is one of the most popular tourist destinations of Greece. The couple had known each other since their teenage years and had been together for the last 13 years. They have been working hard to save their wages, very likely aim towards marriage and start a family. Anastazja's father, Andrzej Rubiński, described her daughter as kind, friendly, and a very good girl, albeit reckless, who was very trusting and believed everyone was friendly. Little did she know that her openness and trust in others would lead to her tragic demise. On the fateful night of Monday, June 12, 2023, Anastazja was off at the hotel restaurant. She had burnt her hand at work the previous day and was very upset about it. Her boyfriend, who was employed at the same place, worked normally, and as a result, Anastazja was left alone in the room. She had eaten very little that day and planned to spend the evening with her friends, thinking it would make her feel better. Michal told her he would join them after his work. But at around 8 p.m., she told her boyfriend that her hand is hurting so much and she thinks some alcohol and marijuana would ease her pain. Then she went to a local supermarket, bought some snacks and wine, and was sitting alone by the fence in front of the store and drinking. At 8:30 p.m., the woman was joined by a group of 5 men. Witnesses described they were drinking and chatting for the next couple of hours. At 10:30 p.m., Anastazja called her boyfriend and said she was drunk and asked him to pick her up because she didn't feel safe. Then she shared her location, but soon after, she sent a message that everything was under control, and although she had drunk too much, she met someone who would drive her home on his motorcycle. Michal tried to dissuade her from going with the unknown person and said he will be there in a few minutes. Then, within the next few minutes, he received 3 texts from her phone sharing 3 different locations. This raised an alarm that something bad was happening to his girlfriend. He immediately called her, but she didn't answer the phone. He rushed to the local bar in the center of Marmaris, where they had planned to spend the evening, but Anastazja wasn't there, and her phone remained switched off. When she didn't return home by the next morning, her boyfriend reported her missing to the local Greek authorities, who launched an investigation. Police analyzed the CCTV footage from the bar and surrounding areas and confirmed that Anastazja was last seen at a bar with a group of 5 men. And shortly afterwards, she left with one of them on a motorcycle. The police quickly identified these 5 men as illegal immigrants from Pakistan and Bangladesh. A shop saleswoman informed the police that she recognized the man who left with the Polish woman on the motorcycle. His name is Salahuddin, and he has been living in the area for many years, mainly working in housing estates, though he has been unemployed recently. The police questioned the group of 5 men who had become their primary suspects. They claimed that the Polish woman had been very drunk, so they decided to take her home to help her recover. After that, they left. However, the police noticed numerous scratches on the hand of one of the Pakistani men, who was the roommate of a 32-year-old man from Bangladesh. The Bangladeshi man also had a scratch on his nose. They both claimed the injuries were from an accident a few days earlier. Despite their suspicions, the police had no evidence linking the men to Anastazja's disappearance, so they released them after the interrogation. However, before their release, the police collected DNA samples from each of them, and they remained as persons of interest. They also interrogated the Polish woman's boyfriend and found his testimony to be consistent. Authorities attempted to locate Anastazja using her cell phone data and discovered that her phone was last active at 11:30 p.m., 5 kilometers away from the location she shared with her boyfriend. After that, the phone sent no further signals to the network tower. Police conducted ground and aerial searches for the next few days, used search dogs as well. Numerous volunteers joined the effort to assist the police. but they found no trace of the missing woman. However, police found her cell phone in one of the vacant buildings near Marmari, but someone took the SIM card out of it, disabled the GPS tracking, deleted all the photos and call records from the phone. On June 18th, 6 days after Anastasia had gone missing, a volunteer of the Hellenic Rescue Service discovered her body approximately 500 meters from where her mobile phone was found. The scene was shocking. Anastasia was found naked, wrapped in a plastic bag. Parts of her fingers were cut off, which investigators believed was an attempt to remove her fingerprints. Her body was well hidden under a pile of garbage bags, covered with branches and dry grass, and was in an advanced state of decomposition. All the items found with the body were sent to the forensic laboratory. An autopsy was performed on Anastazja Rubińska's body on the island of Rhodes, confirming the death by strangulation. They found evidence that before her death she was handcuffed, tortured, drugged, and sexually assaulted. Anastasia's body was found just about a kilometer from the house of Salahuddin, the Bangladeshi man who was the last person Anastasia was seen with. On the night of June 12th, Salahuddin was reportedly seen leaving his home in a panicked rush, only to return after 11 minutes. By comparing this time frame with a map, investigators determined that the man could have traveled a maximum distance of 1.5 kilometers. In comparison, the woman's remains were found approximately 1 kilometer from his place of residence. Although in the surveillance footage he wasn't seen carrying anything, investigators think he may have removed the woman's body through the rear exit of his house. This exit is not visible in the camera footage. Salahuddin was arrested on suspicion of kidnapping and murdering Anastazja Rubińska. This time he admitted that he had consensual sex with the 27-year-old, but denied any involvement in her murder. When police searched his apartment, they found a plane ticket to Bergamo, Italy. He bought it after Anastasia disappeared. The flight was scheduled on Friday, which was the same day he was arrested. It was revealed that he did not inform anyone about his decision to leave Greece, not even his Pakistani roommate. When asked, he claimed that the trip was organized because he had accepted a job offer in Italy. Police also found 3 blonde hair, a blood-stained blouse with an orange sweatshirt. DNA tests would later confirm the hairs and blood belonged to Anastasia. Later investigation revealed disturbing search history on Salahuddin's phone from the night of Anastasia's murder, which included how to confuse the police, how to remove data from a mobile phone, how to remove fingerprints from a body, and how to make corpses impossible to identify. He also sent a text message to a friend: "I have done something terrible and I have to leave Greece." The police investigation into the murder is still ongoing, with the island's force assisted by a squad of homicide detectives from the Attica security headquarters. Salahuddin, accompanied by a court-appointed defense lawyer, denied the charges against him and reportedly changed his statement multiple times. The Polish authorities have also initiated their own investigation into the murder of Anastazja Rubińska. The judicial proceedings determined that he would remain in custody as investigations into the tragic incident continue.